Good morning, children. For 10th standard, we are going to start this practical, and you have to note that you have to write all the practicals serially. Some is taken by some other teacher. I am also taking the physiology part. So you have to write in your practical notebook. In the last class, I have already, Miss has also shown that how you have to write. You have to write on the white pages, draw on the white pages on the left hand side with pencil. Leveling also should be in pencil. On the right hand side, you have to write with pen. So remember this, that you do not use pen on the white page and you do not use pencil on the page you are writing. And you have to write the experiment number, the page number, what is the experiment, like this. Now, today we are going to study about the parts of the brain. Okay, so the aim of the experiment will be study the parts of the brain. So you can write the heading also, the study of brain. Just study of brain you can write. Now, the requirements. The requirements are generally the charts or the diagram of the brain and the model of the brain. We will do mainly with the model of the brain. Now, what are the procedure? Procedure will be very short. It should not be long. Procedure is the anatomical structure of human brain is studied through model and charts. So, you will see in your book the procedure is given. So, you have to write what you have done. So, you will write like this. There it will be an instruction form. You will not give instruction form. You write the anatomical structure of human brain is studied through model and chart. That is the way how you should write. Now the last part, after procedure part, you do not write observation, experiment, observation and inference like this. You just write the comments. Like in case of experiments, you write in terms of experiment, observation and conclusion like this. But here you just write in form of comments. So comments you will write like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, all about the brain. Now I will show you the model of the brain. Now this is the structure of the brain. You can see this is the structure of the brain. All of you can, I hope I can see this. Now the brain is actually enclosed inside a bony box called the brain box or the cranium, and this brain has mainly three parts. The largest part of the brain is the cerebrum. You can see this is the cerebrum, and the middle portion is called the midbrain, and the hind portion is called the hindbrain. So forebrain usually is called the prosencephalon, the midbrain is called the mesencephalon, and hindbrain is called the rhombencephalon. So you have to know that the brain, you can see the largest part of the brain is the cerebrum, and you can see there are convolutions on the brain. So you write the brain has raised portions which are called the gyrus and the depressed portion which is called the sulcus. And this convolutions is to increase the surface area of the brain. So forebrain you have the cerebrum, you have an olfactory lobe. On the base side of the cerebrum you can see there are two finger-like strips. These are called the olfactory lobes. These are concerned with smelling. Cerebrum is concerned with all the other functions like your vision, like your audition, like your smelling, like your somatoaesthetic senses and all your motor actions. So you write about the functions of the cerebrum briefly in your practical copy. You will see that in your practical copy it is written, all the points are given in order, so you have to write on basis of that. So this is the cerebrum, and the third part of the brain is called the diencephalon. The diencephalon is actually inside the brain. In this region this is called the thalamus and the hypothalamus. So there are two parts of the forebrain, the thalamus and the hypothalamus. Thalamus is more or less a relay center between the forebrain and the midbrain, and the hypothalamus is concerned with certain secretion of neurohormones. So that is the part of the diencephalon. Then you go to the what you call the midbrain. Midbrain you don't have to write much about midbrain because that is not in your portion. It contains various parts like the crura cerebri and the cerebral peduncles. Now the hindbrain is composed of three parts. One is called the pons, the medulla and the cerebellum. The function you have to write here, you have to know about the functions of the pons, that what is the function of the pons, what is the function of the medulla and what is the function of the cerebellum. So the function of the pons is, it is also like, carries certain senses except the sense of smell from the forebrain, and in the medulla it is concerned with mostly all the involuntary actions, like you have the cardiac center, you have the respiratory center and you have the vasomotor center in the medulla. So most of the involuntary actions are controlled by the medulla. The hindbrain, the most important part, you can see here, which is shown in dark color. This is the what you call the cerebellum. The function of the cerebellum, you can see I am showing you the cerebellum here. The cerebellum also has two lobes, and these two lobes, they are not, inside the, like cerebrum, inside it is a cavity is there called the ventricles, but in cerebellum these are solid lobes. You do not have any ventricles inside it. But the function of the cerebellum is mainly coordinating the action of the muscles between the left and the right side of the body, as well as the function of the cerebellum is also balancing of the body. These are the two main functions of the cerebellum. And there is a band of nerve fiber which connects the right and the left cerebrum, which is called the corpus callosum. So corpus callosum is a band of nerve fiber which connects the left and the right lobes. Now after that, this is the part of the spinal cord which escapes through the skull through a small hole called the foramen magnum, and it passes through the vertebral or what you call the neural canal of the vertebra. So this is all about the brain, and so you have to write here briefly about the different parts of the brain. Like you have to write about the cerebrum, you have to write about the olfactory lobe, you have to write about the parts of the diencephalon, that is the thalamus and the hypothalamus. Then you have to write about the corpus callosum, you have to write about the pons, the medulla and the cerebellum, briefly all about it. So this is all you have to write. You will see the points are written in your book. So you have to write down, in a very nice handwriting. Handwriting should be very perfect. Diagram should be very neat, because on basis of that you are going to get your project marks. You don't have any extra project in biology practical, but the main project marks is obtained from how well you write, how well you draw the diagram. Thank you very much. Stay safe, and hope we are going to meet soon.